Well, happy Monday to you. I'm Jessica Nall. I just bought our trick-or-treat candy over the weekend, right? So a little out of pocket already, but it's estimated that Americans will spend $8.4 billion, that's $1 billion, on candy, costumes, and decorations for Halloween this year. Lisa Rahm is a registered dietitian with the Southeast Dairy Association. She's here with spectacular ideas on healthy treats to create at home that will also help save some money. It's great to see you, Lisa.
Thank you.
I knew we were going to be putting a dairy spin on today's magic, and that's a really cool thing, because last time you were in, I remember hearing, like, if you pick up on one thing, chocolate milk is okay.
Yes.
And my daughter is super excited that that is the truth, because now she liked milk, but now we're really working with the milk.
Now it's working. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to mention that again today then.
Okay.
That's obviously
Chocolate
a
milk
good
works.
message. Well, you know, as a registered dietitian, I'm always focused on the fact that in this country, the standard American diet, not as healthful as maybe it could be. And when we think of children, you think growth and development. So vitamins and minerals are key, and we realize that many kids probably aren't getting all those they need daily. So anytime there's an opportunity to encourage or influence children to eat more healthfully or to shy away from things that they don't want to get too much of, why not make the most of it? Halloween's perfect for that.
You've got some great ideas here. What are we working with?
Well, I consulted with an expert team ages 4, 7, and 9.
Okay.
And I asked them, if you were to not get candy, what sort of treats would be a good idea? And they came up with some amazing things, like Band-Aids.
You know, I gotta say, like, this kind of thing these are a hit. If this showed up in the little trick-or-treat pumpkin, I mean, I don't even think you'd get them home. Oh, that's great. I'm no hand model, folks, but you do get the idea with the Band-Aid. These would not even make it home because kids love Band-Aids.
They're like stickers, you know, so you can use for many things. And even the tissues were hot because they're cool. They have pictures on them. Making cocoa. That one was popular. So there goes chocolate milk concept, but you can do it in any fashion. The rings, of course, like we are sporting here.
Super glamorous.
Stickers are always a hit, like you said. So putting stickers on little fruit cups is a great idea. The fingers. These little things, and these are actually bubbles in these ones that look like real fingers here, so the little bubbles that you blow. Socks. I was really surprised at socks, but they said cool socks are cool.
Cool socks are cool. And again, this was advice from the experts, from the age group.
And then, you know, pencils and erasers and notepads, and these are little treat bags, so they thought it was really neat that you could put treats in it and then use the bag for other things, little girls especially, right? So lots of non-food ideas. Now, if we take it back to the food side of things, again, how do we make it more healthful? Breakfast is really important for kids. So when I look at how can you take advantage of the fact that they got this candy, they want to eat it, but you want them to eat healthy, you can take yogurt, you can slit the grape open and put one of their little M&Ms in it, and now they're getting a healthy, balanced breakfast.
Uh-oh, I just messed up your display.
That's
I'm so
okay.
sorry. Okay, I'm trying to tilt those. See the eyeballs?
There we go. Slimy. The longer they sit there, the slimier they get. So that could be a perk. Lunch or after school snacks, I have little mummy pizzas. You can spread some jarred marinara sauce or tomato paste, and then I just use the string cheese and a couple of black olives. And then these little cheeses that come wrapped up, you know, when you pull the little zipper on it, if you will, it splits it in half, and you can cut them out like jack-o'-lanterns, put your little googly eyes on there. And last but not least, your milk. And we know that milk has 9 essential vitamins and minerals that are critical to growth and development. So to your point earlier, if we can get them to drink more milk, if flavoring it with stir sticks like these strawberry or chocolate stir sticks is key, it is so worth it. And one last idea is you can take any kind of pudding. This is actually rice pudding, so it's lumpy. So it's a little like brains, if you will. And I put my little gummy worms in there. So I have married some more healthful components with the candy to try to help say, we can do everything in moderation, but here's how we get some value to
And
it.
the idea, too, you hear this often, is pair it with things that they know. Like, all right, I see an M&M in there, jackpot. I mean, that's going to be, I'm going to tiptoe into that. That's great. These I can vouch for. They're fantastic because it's like they get to open it, their little hands can do it, and it's a double opening, so it's like super exciting.
Oh, yes, and then they get to decide the faces and how to stick the googly eyes on. I mean, they love slitting the little grapes themselves and making the eyeballs, and then let them put the gummy worms in here. And you could dye this green, and it could be green slime or, you know, even black if that's what they want. The little girls seem to like the green, the little boys were big on the black.
Okay. Either way, I'm a little concerned about eating that, but hey, it's getting them to eat it.
It's getting them to eat it.
I am completely transfixed by these these stir sticks. That would make it a lot of fun.
Going to be a hit for you at home, yes?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to get an eyeball
and
here.
And strawberry, you know, is variety. We always think of chocolate, but there's nothing wrong with the strawberry milk as well. And so that's a great little trick-or-treat thing because it's going to last. There's a bunch of sticks in there. They can, you know, ration that out over the next few months. So maybe they kind of forget about all the candy and they think this is cool, and then they want to go back and get more of these instead of going to the store and saying candy, candy, candy. So if you go find a way to work it all in. One thing I found too that they thought was cool were these nuts. Now most of the children felt that nuts by themselves were boring, but if they were dusted in cocoa, that was acceptable. And it occurred to me, okay, well, after you eat something like that, you usually want to wash it down with some milk.
Some milk, that's right.
So we want to get that calcium and that vitamin D in there, because what a lot of people don't realize is that you are developing your bone mass during childhood, and once you hit early adulthood, you're done. So you want to build up that bone bank. So anytime children are consuming dairy, they are contributing to these lifelong
and
needs.
if children are able, because some of them aren't, they can't process the dairy, but if they are, if they're dairy consumers, but they're having trouble maybe finding, do you find that whole milk's a little easier to go with, or skim milk is okay?
Well, you know, the science is emerging. We're starting to realize that the types of fats and things aren't necessarily what we thought they once were. You know, we're always learning, so that's the good news. And we're starting to realize that some of the fats in milk that people were fearful of may actually be more beneficial than we realized.
Okay.
So I would say whatever somebody's willing to do to get the overall package is what's important. And to your lactose point, if a child can't tolerate milk, you can simply use lactose-free milk, which is real milk. A lot of things you can buy in lactose-free versions, like pudding pre-made.
So you can still get the benefits.
Yeah, and the yogurt's a great choice because there's almost none in there.
Great insight, Lisa. Thanks for being back with us.
Yes,
Have a
thank you.
spooktacular holiday. Appreciate the advice.